My name is Patricia Moroki, CEO and founder of Party Cake House. Firstborn in a family of 2 girls, and grew up in a perspective where my mom was still a business lady, was been venturing much in the industry, in different businesses. And I've been, when I was growing up, I really wanted to be a nutritionist, but out of school and when I realized my venture in school, I realized I had a good passion in baking. When I was growing up, I knew my aunt really had a passion in baking, and she used to bake for us cakes like daily. That is when I realized that I can bake, I can do this. So I started doing it as a hobby. And right after high school is when I decided this is where I want to venture. After high school, I really prayed not to be in the streets just idling. And that's where I realized that I really wanted to do something that can give me a living, that is baking. And I started looking for a school where I could bake, where I could go and learn or gain more skills on cakes to gain that confidence to enter into the industry. Luckily, I got one whereby I went for a class for only 1 week, and I knew this is my starter. That's how I started my baking business. My mom really supported me. She bought for me the equipment to start the baking business, and that's how I didn't join university in the year 2018, where I was supposed to join, and decided now to venture in the industry of baking. I did my best. I pulled up my socks, tried in marketing, and indeed my business came to be. Started as a home baker until today. I'm still a home baker. And indeed, involving family in such businesses, it has been quite a journey, which has been very awesome. And having family as a backup, it has been a great move in the industry. So 2018, during the journey where I went and joined that baking class for only 1 week, I really had now to move and understand what is this industry. So I decided to stay with where I learned. I decided to stay there for like few months, and I learned. I gained my skills from there. During that period, I managed to buy some few equipments where my mom really sponsored, and started trying to market my business. When I used to go there, the challenges that I had in that going to that business, to that place, was that I really had to commute there daily, whereby the finances or what I was given didn't match with where I came from, my needs and all that. So I decided now it's my time to try get the market to the people in different places. Indeed, I did it all to my level best, and around June, I decided now to quit from going to that bakery and start my own, whereby I came by with the name Party Cake Base, which later, in the year 2021, I turned it to Party Cake House after some serious reviews of the name and all that. And around the month of June is when we officially opened Party Cake Base. Moved and ventured in the industry for the whole of 2018. And later, I managed to join the university to pursue a course in events management, conventions, and planning. And graduated last year with a diploma in events management, convention, and planning. Baking, having paying all my school fees and all my needs, sponsoring our family, and every other need that we've been wanting. It has sustained our family to that far. Marketing. When you're a baker, when you start a business, you always find a way to make sure that this business is out of the house and it brings income to you. So with marketing strategy that I used to have during that period, I used to do it by word of mouth. I used to talk about baking left, right, center. And when you start a business, you always find a way to let this business be known to people and people to understand it. So most of the times I used to do it by word of mouth. And when you could have a chance to meet with you, indeed you needed to know that I could bake and I could sell you cakes. So for the next event, I used to book you for that event to bake it for you. I used to use word of mouth and also interaction with friends. When I used to go to church, mainly I used to go carry pieces of cake and give them to people in church just for a small coin. And the youth of our time, they really helped me to market it because they used very enticing words to bring people to the company for us. And that is how many people knew about us. Word of mouth. When I referrals from other clients really helped because you could find that someone knew me through a friend or a place that you found me. Those referrals really marketed us, and I really tried that time to try in social media, but it didn't work that much as now. And yes, we used to post just for people to see that we still exist. And by that consistent reminder of having a face of bakery in your mind, it really helped us. And indeed, we still have clients that we've maintained since then until today with cakes. Yes. One of the best-selling products is cakes because each and every person has that one event that you have, and it's like, as they say, it's never complete without a piece of cake. So birthday cakes really sell, or any customized cake that you like can sell. So as you purpose to start a business, cakes really sell. But if you feel that you have a venture in other pastries like donuts and cookies and all that, it depends with the niche of the market that you have. For us, we knew the niche that we had with our clients was birthday cakes, those celebration cakes. And since it was our passion from the word go with the crafting and all that, we really enjoyed to have it. But once with you when you want to start such a kind of a business, you really need to understand what end that you want to meet, what kind of clientele that you want to have, and do it to your best, because in this industry, it's all about passion. What you deliver, what you give is passion. And until you have something that satisfies your heart, it can never satisfy any other person. So let it first sell to you so that you can bring it out to the industry for people to embrace it and to have it with you. In every business, you always have a way that you learn your mistakes and you learn how to move with your business. One of the challenges that I really faced when I was starting was lack of knowledge and the desire to let my business known to people. And I remember on this one time that everyone was like, we can give you our wedding cakes, but we've not seen your work with events, with the setup and all that. So one time one of the couples approached me and they were like, we needed you to do our cake. It was, yes, for a small amount of money. And I was like, yes, it's just to take my risk and give this a shot for people to know me. It was a great platform that I gave it to people. I remember I did that wedding cake in Kinangop, and I gave them a cake that was not even worth the amount. I remember I bought a dress worth 3,000, or else the amount that was paid was not even enough to give it to buy the ingredient for the production of the cake. I lacked that knowledge and understanding of how you really need to move with the events. You really need to understand with cakes. And later, immediately after that wedding cake, after posting and letting people know about this is my first wedding cake. Remember, I got so many referrals, and I had a chance now to do different wedding cakes to different people. One thing as we start our businesses, we need to understand is that have a way to open up to the industry. Have a way to learn. Do not be ready to take that risk, even if it goes for that low, but understand after trying this, will it give it back to you? How much has it costed for people to know you? But is it ready to bring back to you? So once you start, as you're ready to begin the industry, or you're ready to start with cakes, be ready to take a shot and be assured that it is going to bring back. Give it your best, your quality, that people can even talk about it more and more that you did, and it is going to bring back more clients to you. One of my greatest events, there are several, but I've enjoyed doing different events. I remember I got a chance to do 100 years event for a Presbyterian church, as they celebrated 100 years of Women's Guild, and it was like, yes, this is the event. When I got that order, I was very afraid, but I was ready to take the risk because it was a national event, and they really didn't have much they wanted, but I was ready to craft for them. The lady who believed in me, she knew that left, right, center, this is the person I wanted to give this cake. And she really believed in me. She trusted in me. And it was an event that was over 3,000 people on the ground. And I was really privileged that everyone, almost 3/4 of the event got a piece of cake because they really had budgeted for that big cake. I managed to feed that whole number. Yes, there was a lot of challenges when it came to planning and how to bring that cake to be, but all glory to God that I managed it. And after that, it really opened me to other corporates and other big events that we did, like a dinnery, family day dinnery that I did just the other day, and it was like, yes, it was time to serve the cake. And one thing that I really enjoy with cake, not everyone gets a piece, but even if you ate a piece, they normally say that I didn't have that piece of cake. So cakes have lots of, everyone desires that one piece. Even if it's a small bite, they really need that one bite of cake. And having a privilege to feed over thousands and thousands of people for an event, it's a great privilege. And bringing those cakes to be served in different events, it's really an honor. That's the same thing that happens to wedding cakes. When you have when you have to give everyone that piece of cake, and everyone is like, sijakula keki, and I still need that piece. They really had eaten that piece. So it's nice. It has been a journey where you understand that everyone needs a piece of cake and they enjoy. At least you have that appreciation that someone enjoyed that piece. Even if they ate that one bite, they still need looking forward for another one. So that helps you understand that you need to keep your quality on a top notch, and to get those events where you're given that privilege to do those big events, give it your best. Give it your best, even if it may seem low, even if that small order may seem very small, give it your best, because you don't know who is serving that. You're serving that cake. You don't know whom is going to partake that piece of cake, and you don't know how many people are going to refer you from that cake. So do it your best. I'm a witness that those small things that we do really matters, and they really bring back more people and more even corporates that you don't even expect in your business. You can bake for people and you're like, yes, I was not sure that I could bake for prominent people in the country, but now I trust myself. So trust in yourself. Give it your best in the industry. For those great events, give it your best. There are quite a number, but just to outline just a few that we've faced in the industry is whereby you find someone coming with a cake, an example in Pinterest, and they really need that exact cake for their event, or else their budget is not rhyming with what they want. So that is one big challenge that we've had, because everyone needs a particular cake, but their budget is not rhyming with what they really want. The other one is everyone thinks that you're the same with another person. An example, someone can order a place from another shop, and but they're undercharged. And when they bring that exact cake to you, they're like, I bought this one for this much, or else yours is like, mine is like 2,500, or else you bought it at 1,500. So comparison of different shops and how people they are pricing their items is still a very big challenge. And then everyone has a way they need their cake done, and which has really brought a big way that we need to move and advance the skills. So unless you keep up with the current technology that is there with cake, you need to keep up with them and move forward. Another challenge is that there's a lot of competition. When you sleep and wake up, you can decide to be a baker. And that one has faced, knocked out so many businesses that people are afraid of. And but for us, you need to stand still and move on with your business, because each and everyone can be a baker. Everyone can decide to be a baker, but it depends with how much you need this industry. Mine is where baking meets passion, and out of that passion is what you're going to keep moving forward with. So it is a matter of how confident are you in your baking business, how serious is it to you, and how are you going to outdo the upcoming ones. What are you going to make grow? What will you do to make it different from what others are producing? That is one of the highest competition that you've had. You need to understand the industry and grow with it. Marketing is letting your business known to people and letting it be well understood with what you do and what you produce. One thing that I am sure about is you need to give those single details of what your business does. If you do those small cakes, make them known to people. First and foremost, right now we have a very good platform. It's not like the days of before where people had those meeting one person, until you meet that person is when you can tell them. Right now we have social media whereby you can post your cakes and market them. Personally, I have like from all platforms, having Party Cake House on Facebook and Instagram, TikTok, having a TikTok account. Right now TikTok is really selling. You can market it, use those hashtags, tag people who can market, who are of great benefit. When you deliver that cake to a client, one thing that I really appreciate is once I take that shot to a client, the client will be like so happy to post it. And once the client posts it, he or she will tag you at the middle. Even if it's on the status WhatsApp, that client will tag you. And once you tag them, and during that party, they say, I really enjoyed that cake. Can I have this, the person who baked it for you? So the other thing is referral from other clients. It has really helped businesses, because once you're in a party and then you enjoy that piece of cake, or you enjoy that good service that was done, the client will be like, I need this person who did it for you. I need this person who delivered this awesome thing for you. So by word of mouth, referral is one of the best ones that has really sold in the industry. And when you go to people and you're a business person, you sell cake, be outspoken. Let people know, even if you're greeting them, hi, my name is Patricia, I am a baker, I do this. Be outspoken, let people know you're here of a business. Even if they don't know you, they need to know you because of how you're going to talk to them and how you're going to let them know about you. Right now, following, and when they see your frequency on Instagram, on those photos, on your status, it keeps a reminder to every person that I can grow, I can buy this cake from this person. This is a reliable person, so market it to your level best. The other thing that I really appreciate about baking is costing. Many people have made a mistake in how they do their pricing and how they cost their cakes. In the industry, what people they don't understand is you need to consider every single factor when doing that production of that cake. We tend to remember only the production items. One thing that you don't remember is the labor that you've used, the time that you've used. That skill that you have used is really important. Even if it's a small penny, please charge it, because once you do it just for the sake, you'll not pay yourself, you'll not manage to keep that business moving. When you start a business, you tend to buy so many items, so many baking materials that you need, and some of them you will realize later you don't need them. You really don't need them. So keep up with the spirit and try as much. Buy the necessary items that you really need in the industry to keep that business moving. When you're pricing those cakes, when you're doing the costing of all those stuffs, really appreciate yourself, because that is the most important thing that you don't understand, that gives us a way to move forward. So when you're costing, when you're doing those pricing, love yourself. Usijifinyilie because of what people do or what the industry is selling. If they are low, please keep up with your pace, keep up with your quality, don't compromise, and give it to your best. We have seasons in baking, and you find sometimes we have very high seasons in the baking industry where you sell, to the point that you can even write you're fully booked. And there are some middle stage seasons whereby you have that, it's not high, but it's a good number of events that you have to sell those cakes. And there are times that they are low, very low, to a point that in a week it can end even without baking that one single cake. And for others, you find that for a whole month they've not even ignited their ovens. One thing that you need to appreciate is always appreciate those high and low moments, because you're still the same person who gains those high moments, and it is very important. Always say thank you for those businesses that you get. With the situations that we've had, like right now in the country, the economy has really affected the industry in a very high way. An example is the fluctuation of prices with items, whereby you can go to the market and find the price of a packet of flour is like 300, or else on other seasons you find it is at 200. So that has really affected, and you really need to know when you're pricing, you need to maintain that price of how you charge your items. So the fluctuation of prices really demands a lot of attention, and you really need to understand where you get your items, quality. Do not compromise because of those high standards, and maintain with what you think is best for you. The other thing is keep up with the pace. Keep up with the pace. If you feel you need to change, you can change, but give it all your best. One thing that we really enjoy with baking, it is a skill. It is an art that keeps on growing and developing daily. Each and every time you have something that has to advance in baking. An example is our parents during those days, they used to have their own way of decorating cakes, and even if you got a cake that is not decorated, you really enjoyed it. But right now, until that cake is complete with that skill of decoration, it is never complete. You really need to give your cake a look. It needs to have a face in a way that even when presented to people, it's like, wow, this is what we really needed. So one thing I can tell people, keep up with the technology, keep up with the pace, always advance your skills, because it is with that small knowledge that yields to bringing out that awesome product to your industry. And the best thing is always understand what is evolving, what is there with cakes. Right now we have so many ways. There's fondant, there's ganache, decoration, there's those pristine, there's those different ways of making those cakes. Always advance your skills. And one thing that I really appreciate is that even if people do not eat cake, depending with their health conditions, there is always a way that you can advance a cake that fits that person. An example is people with health issues, with example with diabetes, they don't take those portions of sugar, but you can always try your best and understand the industry. Many people do not take eggs. There's always eggless cakes. If you fail to have the knowledge and the skills to do those eggless cakes, to do those healthy gluten-free cakes to people, it can really cost you, because you lose a client, whereby you can, it is just a tilt of that knowledge that you can understand it and still satisfy to those clients. So for us with our bakery, we give those even gluten-free, sugarless, eggless cakes to people in a way that you satisfy each and every person. So one advice that I can give to people who are evolving and those who are in the industry, always advance your skill. Always learn, and learn. My small piece of advice to a young person who is passionate and ready to start or to venture in such kind of a business in baking. I've been here for the last 6 years in the industry, and one thing that I have really learned, always have a passion, because passion is a key. Passion is the key to running this business of baking. Until you have that desire or that urge in you to keep up or continue with what you're doing in the baking, my friend, that is the key. That is the key. The other thing is understand your niche in the market. Don't just bake because you feel like, but bake because you want it known to people. Do not close yourself in those indoors, and open yourself to the industry and learn. And one thing I normally tell people, it's not a matter of taking all your baking items to a shop. You can start from that small kitchen of yours, that small space. I remember I started from that small kitchen of my mom, and until today now we've grown and advanced to now a bigger bakery at home, and it has really brought a very big difference. So from that, start small. Take those baby steps. They are very important, because once you fail to take that gradual step, you may hop into something and you're like, I really regret. I have so many people in the industry who have closed and shut down those bakeries because they didn't understand that this is the way to go. This is the step. They just were like, yes, I can do this. Let me open up a shop. Not knowing what is your niche market, where do you want to locate. Have those strategies in mind. Buy those equipment. Even if it's that home cooker that you have, you can start with it. Make a clientele. Bring customers to you. Have people who can talk of your business, who can even defend your cake even when you're not there. Have people who understand what you can do and what you can give out to people. So as young people, let us not hope in without understanding. The other thing is have faith, have patience. Because one thing that I've learned with cake is you need to have 100% patience. At times, I always use an example like each and every day, a child is born somewhere. We always have someone who celebrates a birthday somewhere, but be assured, some cannot buy a cake from you. Some do not know you. Each and every day there is a celebration ongoing, but they need a cake. How do they need to know you? Have patience, because you don't know who is your next clientele, who is the next person that you're going to have, and how you're going to get them. So another thing is have faith. Trust in God, because in such industries you have to trust in God. Like fully depend on God, because He's the He gives commands to everything, and trust in Him in all that you do. Keep your pace, revive your spirit, move forward, decide, have those goals, have those targets that you need to have. Like personally, when I started my bakery, I knew that this baking business has to pay for my school fees, has to advance what my mom has in her small house. And I thank God. Right now, I graduated out of cakes. It has paid all my school fees, has done all these projects, has sponsored me to go and learn even outside the country and other things. Have a goal, understand what you really need to achieve out of doing this cake. It is not just for the sake, but it needs to achieve something. You need to have a story to tell that this cake, so out of these cakes I did this and this. So have a passion, trust in God, and your cakes business is going to run and move to greater levels. Like mine, I'm a testimony of how God can take you from one level to the other and make people known to you. For all your social events and all parties that you have to have a cake, and some even have cakes just because they feel like just having those piece of cake. Others have cake because of those cravings. You can contact us at Party Cake House. That's our name. On all our social media pages, we are at Party Cake House. We're located in Kiambu, and we do delivery countrywide. You can contact us through 0790 238 708. Our hashtag is Where Baking Meets Passion, and indeed, we are here to deliver to you all the best that you can even imagine. Even if you're outside the country and you feel like you need to surprise your family and friends, feel free. You can contact us. We do those home deliveries. We do those surprise parties. Feel free to contact us, and we'll do you a good job. You will not regret. And this is where baking meets passion. You'll enjoy, and yes, have a good time and enjoy those pieces of cake, because it's in cake that you share the love. Thank you.